Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. It's lovely to be here with all of you. And yeah, I hope your month is going well so far. I know this is a big holiday time for everybody. I just wanted to give you all a couple of quick reminders. One is a reminder, one is just information. I will be out of town next week, so I will not be having a live stream next Monday. But, and also, sorry, not but, and also won't be having a live stream the Monday after because Mother is doing her special live stream on the solstice, the 21st of December. So this will be the last live stream until the 21st at 4 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern time, and those are, of course, U.S. times. And her focus is going to be on calling everyone to serve, because that day, the solstice, this December solstice, the 21st, is a tipping point from leaving the old age and entering the new. And so Mother is calling everyone to service, to lend our energy, our light, and our love to that transition for Gaia and for the collective. So I hope that you all have already marked it on your calendar, but if you haven't, please do, because yes, the more of you that attend, the more presence, the more energy, the more love and light that you can bring in service to this experience, the better all will be served. So I just want to thank you ahead of time for those of you who are planning to attend. You can certainly watch and listen to the video afterwards, because I honestly don't know exactly what it's going to entail. That will be available, like all my videos, on my YouTube channel. But if you can attend live in person, that would be really helpful, and maybe give you a break in the midst of all the holiday busyness, and which can be somewhat intense for a lot of people, but to give yourself that little window of time where you can connect with your larger community and just get recharged as you do service. So, yeah, welcome everybody. I see lots of Santa and Christmas emojis. That's awesome. Great to see you all here this morning. Welcome, welcome. Oh gosh, Robert, it's so good to see you again here. That's awesome. All right, everybody, so let's dive in and see what Mother has in store for us today. Mm. Hello, beloved ones. It is wonderful to be here with all of you today. Thank you for joining me. I want to just extend my invitation along with Danielle's to the solstice live stream. Truly and truly hear my call within your being to do what you can to be a part of it, even if you cannot access a smartphone or computer or some way to watch on YouTube, to be a part of it. Even if you are flying in the air somewhere for your holiday, or you are sitting in an airport, or even if you're driving in a car, just go within and check into the energy. Breathe and align yourself with the energy. Imagine that you are feeling this call, that you are vibrating with my frequency, with the frequency of all who are going to gather together, and just give your love. Just let your love flow. Let it be simple, let it be easy. If you have to set an alarm on your phone or some kind of reminder, then do that. So you don't necessarily have to be watching the live stream in order to participate. But if you are busy or you are committed elsewhere, just take a moment to align yourself with the experience and trust that you will be a part of it all. Mm-hmm. So today I want to share with you a little bit about this transition into the new age. And I have talked before about this, but I want to specifically focus on each one of you as conscious spiritual individuals, a spiritual community, people who are choosing to live as consciously as possible, people who are doing their best to live authentically and honestly. This age is where this new age is where you will begin to feel as though you fit in. And I know that you might believe that your beliefs, your spiritual understandings seem like the right way to live. But I would just remind you that what is right for you may not necessarily be right for someone else, given where they're at in their evolution as a soul. So make sure that you leave your arrogance, your hubris, your self-righteousness in the old age. Those are the energies, the feelings, the emotions that can cause the most problems to believe that you know what's right for another person. You can know and feel the rightness of your decisions, your behaviors, your choices within yourself. But you cannot know that for another. You can offer to share your experience, your wisdom, all that you have discovered in your life as an offering. And if it resonates with another person or a group of people, wonderful. They may want to emulate your behaviors, your actions, because it has brought you so much peace and contentment and happiness. But when you start to believe that you know what's right for others, that's when things don't go so well for you and those people that you are deciding that you know what is right. So imagine that you are setting down the burden of arrogance, hubris, and self-righteousness and just leaving them behind as you move on. And this new age, the way the energy is going to be more pervasive or more dominant is a reflection of your decision to live more authentically. Now, you may still be trying to hide parts of yourself because you don't think they're right, or you think they're not good enough for others to really see, or if they did see, you would be found out for a fraud. You're going to bring yourself into this new age. The lies you tell yourself, the lies you tell others, the truth you tell yourself, the truth you tell others, it's all coming with you. But the energy is simply going to work in such a way that it makes sense to you. Whereas for many of you, the energy, the pervasive energy in the old age that you are now leaving behind just didn't make sense to you. It didn't resonate with you. You may have felt like an outsider, even when it comes to the whole world, that you just somehow didn't belong. And maybe you found friends or groups of people, or even just this community online, where you finally felt as though you did belong, you do belong. That is going to expand for you because, again, not because you're right and everyone else is wrong, but you are entering an age of equality, of co-creation, of working together rather than separately. And that's been an energy that has felt more natural to you, more normal to you. Which is why maybe you were drawn to unusual professions, or if you worked in what might be considered average or normal circumstances, it was never quite a good fit. You're going to feel that this is your time to explore what this energy is about that's always been inside of you. The energy, the presence of wanting to see more equality, wanting to see people working together more, wanting to see a shift in certain dynamics, that even if you couldn't point to them and say, this is wrong, there was just something about them that never really set right with you. But you didn't know another way, or maybe you didn't have suggestions as to how to do things differently. Or what you were looking at or a part of felt just too big to change, too cumbersome. And it's not as if all these big systems are going to change overnight. No. You all have spent thousands of years building them and working in very particular ways. But with the advent of your modern technology, all those old systems have been brought to the forefront, become transparent, have been revealed in ways that they were not before. Maybe some people found out here and there where the flaws were, or why it didn't work so well, or the abuse that it took to stay at the top of that pyramid. But now with your modern technology, the revelations are coming fast and furious. And it's not so much that each one of you has to make a big change to impact the world to change. It's that the energy that simply is will be different. It has been changing, but the presence of this energy for many of you will be palpable. It will be easier for you to align with. It will have a simplicity and make sense not only to your heart and soul, but also to your mind. You will be able to have greater discernment. And the parts of yourself that you've kept hidden, not because some you hide because you don't think they're presentable to the world in a wounded trauma type of way, but there's also things about you that you have kept hidden, not because they're bad, but because you didn't feel they would fit in with the social structure, with the energy as it was. But you're going to find that it becomes easier and easier for you to live as your authentic self. Not that you won't have a shadow. This is not about you magically ascending to the clouds and being done with all this pain and suffering here on the planet. But this is your time. Your time to feel more at home in the world. Your time to feel your own authentic essence. And setting that free will be much easier. And so you may find that your growth becomes more exponential, but that doesn't mean you get to go around your problems or your issues. There is only ever through. You cannot avoid them, but you don't have to stay stuck in them. But you do have to go through them. Why? Because it is when you are inside your difficulties, there exists the possibility to accept them and love them and set them free. That is the path through which you work through your difficulties. There's really only one path. Many ways to be on that path, to navigate that path, but there's really only one path. And those of you that have struggled to feel that you fit in the old age will feel more at home in the new. And we need you to anchor the energy of love throughout the world, working together in equality, embodying all that love really is. Giving it freely and receiving it freely. Offering it to all equally. And it can be easy for those who like the new age and the spirituality and the energy work and the philosophies that have been born into this world over the last 40 years or so. It can be easy for some of you to believe that because it's now going to be easier for you to live in this energy, that means it's going to be easier for everyone. But that is not true, beloved ones. And that does not make you better or worse. It simply means that you are in body at a time where the planet is shifting energetically, and you get to be a part of that. And for many of you, you chose to serve as light holders during this transition, during this tumultuous time on your planet. But remember that assumptions and judgments, expectations can often be motivated by arrogance, hubris, self-righteousness. And for those of you that feel you have struggled deeply in this life, you may discover that as we make this shift very powerfully, deeply, intrinsically on the solstice, that you are asked to face, because the energy will resonate with you. It will give your authentic self more freedom. It will also expose the lies that you tell yourself about yourself. That you are not worthy. That somehow your suffering is what you are here to do, and that it must be endless. Or that there's no way out of your depression, there's no solution. That your anxiety is always going to run you, that your ill health is always going to be a part of you, and maybe it will. But when you let go of the lies you've been telling yourself about yourself, and your authentic self has more freedom, even if you are experiencing ongoing physical pain, mental, emotional pain, you will find ways to uplift, to let go of the extraneous burdens, so that if pain is all that's left, physical pain due to an illness or an injury or a problem in your body, that so much room is made for connections with other, for joy, for periods of wonder and awe. So that even though the physical pain continues, you do not feel as though every moment of every day you are a victim to that pain, to the suffering around you and inside you. Those are the lies that will fall away, because your energy will resonate more fully, more easily with this energy of the new age. So I'm encouraging you over the next few weeks to look deeply at what you need to leave behind. Focus on your commitment to me, to yourself, and to Gaia, this beautiful planet, Mother Bountiful, the earth that sustains you, gives you life, and provides for all your needs. Embrace your commitment. Carry that like a torch, a blazing torch of light illuminating the path before you as you step fully and consciously into the new age. And do your very best to leave behind your arrogance, your hubris, and your self-righteousness. That is the true hallmark of equality. When you can see the differences in yourself and others, and see that as what brings you to equality rather than keeps you from equality. And know that I'm holding your hand, and any fear or doubts that rise to the surface, we will walk through them together. Always through, beloved ones, never around, always through. And at each stage we come to the other side where there is relief and a deeper sense of peace and freedom. I love you, beloved ones, and I will see you in this way on the blessed solstice. Namaste. Hmm. Hmm. Gosh, that was. I'm going to need to sit with that one for a little while. Oh, that was, yes. I feel like for the last few years, maybe more, my energy feels as though it lives below the surface of society. Like I've been feeling as though I'm connecting more with Gaia rather than society as a whole. It's not like I feel separate, but I just feel that I want to spend more time with her energy than society so much and all the swirling that's going around out in the world, and not to isolate at all, but to, I don't know, more and more, so much of what's happening out in the world feels so surface that it feels so transient, as if we're just, it's just one more moment in a cycle, kind of an endless cycle that's been going on for a long time. But I can really start to feel the change. And I never thought I was someone who was really particularly sensitive to that kind of thing. But it's starting to feel not as if I shouldn't participate in society or politics or vote or whatever. I certainly will continue to do those things, but it feels more like I make my offering, but I don't really have much expectation of how things are going to go, or I don't know. There just seems to be something deeper that is welling up in this world that is really calling my attention. That feels much more important. Um, yeah, I don't know how to describe it, but anyway, I just so appreciate you all being here today. Yes, so glad to have you all here, Gary and Jane and Penny and Pamela and Cindy. It's awesome to see you. Awesome to see you all. And of course, Ricardo and Ravenheart and Alexandra. So awesome to be here. Yeah, Robert, I hear you. I know. That's so true. Oh, I'm so glad, Gary. That's wonderful to hear. Thank you for joining us today. Much love to you all, and I hope I get to see you all here on the solstice at 4 p.m. Pacific US time and 7 p.m. Eastern US time. And yeah, I think it's going to be awesome. So look for emails. I'll be sending out reminders and all that good stuff. So look for the emails coming up. And I hope I see you soon. Much love to all of you. Mwah. Bye.